Good afternoon, all. Paul from CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Thursday afternoon, December 4th. We're looking at window traders' market profile of the ES and the NQ. A very, very lackadaisical day in ES and NQ. Not so much for Righty. Righty comes very close to an all-time high. So does IWM, so does the Russell Index. They just missed both IWM and the Russell Index. Righty missed only by about a little over $1. They're trying to get back to that excess. Remember the excess back then in October? Well, again, that excess certainly ended one auction and began another, right? We came in like $20-something. But we said, I still don't think that excess is going to hold because of why? The all-time highs in the overnight. Just like ES and NQ. They had another double distribution day today. They had a quadruple yesterday, which they took back some, but held two distributions. So they've been on a rampage. Their volume is a little bit above average. NQs might be a little bit below. ES is going to be below, or SPY is going to be below. ES and SPY were the one thing, they are still one time framing up on a daily. Both sides had a shot. The bulls had a shot early. We gapped higher, filled the gap, and then get right into value. The value play came into play. ES got it in B period. NQ got it in D, or actually I'm in big increments in NQ. It might have been, I think it was in D period. Another very horrendous afternoon for trading. I did not take a trade Tuesday afternoon. I took the one trade yesterday in K, which paid very nicely. Today, the only afternoon trade I took was in ES to get the IB low in J period. That's it. We finished with unchanged value. So just, the afternoons are a mess. Again, I'm not surprised. Everybody's like waiting on their hands, sitting on their hands, waiting for this PCE tomorrow. Again, that's why I try to take advantage in the mornings for those staple plays. So my first trade of the day was a long against the 144 in NQ, which paid. I got like 8 points on it. I did get the overnight low then. That was a nice trade. I was very happy with that one and a couple of ebb and flow trades. I was very upset at myself in B period as they kept teasing to get A's low, kept teasing. I wanted to sell it at around 45. I was loaded up with a 5 lot, and it finally came. I mean, it just kept testing, and it blew down without me. Really ticked me off. I hate waiting that long and then missing that play. I did make up for it. I did nothing in C. I did nothing in B and C then. D period, and again, I'm not saying this is right, but I was pretty upset at missing that A low. So I actually took a 10 lot short in NQ in D, and I got the IB low from 30 down to 12.75. So I made 170 points in D period. Probably not the best trade, taking that size the way it was trading. Easily, I guess, could have pumped back up 10, 20 points. But I obviously timed it right and got paid. And then again, the only other trade I took was that short in ES to get the IB low. So the market, even though we're up on the daily, the weeklies are still balanced, the monthlies are still balanced in ES and NQ. I think we have an opportunity, if nothing comes out tomorrow that suggests a rate cut now might not be on the table, I can see this market breaking out of the weekly balance to the upside. I can't see it breaking out of the weekly balance to the downside no matter what comes out tomorrow. That would be a tremendous failure. And I don't think you'd get anything of that sort of catalyst. So if we're going to break out of balance tomorrow on the weeklies in ES and NQ, it would be to the upside, not the downside as far as I'm concerned. Righty, again, is up already on the weekly and the daily. And then chart-wise, we'll recap everything tomorrow night. So here's the daily. I called it up yesterday. I said, it wasn't that great. I'm still calling it up. It's still not that great. But nice little hammer on there at least. I mean, the range was not anything. It was, look, it was a $4 range. We always used to say $4 in ES and $5 in NQ. We're happy. Well, you got 4 in ES and you got 5.5 in NQ. So, again, I can't complain. We can't complain. They're not great, but it wasn't bad. So we're up on the daily. Volume in SPY has been below average all week. ES and NQ, NQ and RTY, or Qs and IWM, have not been. So, obviously money is going into the small caps because they firmly believe we're getting that rate cut in December. So if anything came out tomorrow that suggested that could be on hold, RTY has a lot of trend days that could be taken back. I mean, they have a ton of them that they've held. I'm not expecting that. I firmly believe we'll get our overnight all-time highs in all 3 of these indices prior to year's end. Thank you for liking and subscribing to this channel. Enjoy your evening, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.